Oh, I tried. Honey child, I tried. So the BlackBerry Key 2, man, I so wanted this to be my daily driver. Like, there's a little bit of pride at play because BlackBerry is a Canadian company. BlackBerry was also my first smartphone, and it's just so different with that physical keyboard. It's like that cool new kid from school. Everyone wants to meet him and be friends with him, right up until they realize he's actually a dick. But after trying, keyword there is trying, to love this phone for the past couple of weeks, I've started to question how relevant BlackBerry is in today's market. Like, the design is super duper subjective. I mean, it's just a slab with 4 flat sides. It's as solid as a brick though. There's no glass backs, so no fingerprints. The plastic is textured, so it strangely feels like rubber, but textured for your pleasure. And I like the button placement on the right side, like the power button is perfectly placed for my thumb. There's a mono speaker on the bottom, and it's surprisingly not terrible, but I still think you'll find that the audio quality of you singing Magic Stick in the shower is better than what this speaker is capable of producing. So, you know how most phones these days have on-screen buttons? Well, so does the Key 2. Just kidding, that would have been the smart thing to do. Instead, they went with capacitive buttons, which for me has been a pain in the ass for 2 reasons. One, they're terribly inaccurate. Like, I swear my thumb tips got arthritis from smashing those buttons over and over. And 2, you know how back in the day we used to have the option of choosing how long the capacitive button's backlight stays on for? Yeah, we don't get that here. So after about 10 seconds, the light turns off, and since they're so bloody inaccurate, well, let's just say while using it, I need to take deep breaths every now and then. The 4.5-inch 1080p IPS LCD display is all right. Like, colors are pretty decent. It's a sharp display with 434 pixels, but 4.5 inches is just too small these days, at least for me, that's what she said, and watching video content on it sucks. Letterboxing for days, I just can't take it anymore. Now, the keyboard's been improved over the Key 1 with bigger keys and an overall higher quality keyboard. Wouldn't it be nice if that actually helped? Yeah, no, typing on this phone sucks. At the start, I thought I just needed some time to get used to it, but after a couple of weeks, I just couldn't do it. Like, it took me infinitely more time to reply to an email or text than with a virtual keyboard. Here's the fucked up part though. Buried deep in the keyboard settings is the autocorrect accuracy slider. It was set to weak. Weak? Why? So I bumped it up to very strong, and it did make a huge difference, but even still, I had to be super deliberate while typing, which slowed me down considerably. You ever seen a 70-year-old type on a keyboard? Yeah, that's me on this thing. K-I-L-L space M-E. The software is a tricky one for me here because I love the insane amount of customization in the form of mapping every bloody key on the keyboard to a shortcut or action and using the convenience key to do the same. Like, personally, I have mine set up as sort of an alert slider like on the OnePlus 6, but the Key 2 is so bloody way down my BlackBerry software that even with a Snapdragon 660 and 6 gigs of RAM, the only way I can even remotely justify the $650 price tag is with the security software. Dude, BlackBerry software makes Samsungs look like stock Android. So if you're a tinfoil hatter and willing to trade sanity for security to hide all the shady shit you're up to, I don't know, I guess the sacrifice is worth it for you? The dual rear-facing 12-megapixel camera setup is literally just okay. Images are better than most cheap-ass Chinese phones, but only slightly. Blowing out highlights? Yeah, get used to those in the majority of your shots. Sharpness? Yeah, I guess a little. Dynamic range? No. Color reproduction? Washed out like Nicolas Cage's career. Burn! Although portrait mode is acceptable a little over half the time. Front-facing camera selfies? No, just no. So then, does the Key 2 have any redeeming qualities? Sort of, if you want to call it a redeeming quality. Battery life is mental. I can push the shit out of this bastard and get a full day without it breaking a sweat, a day and a half easy with my normal usage, and a comfortable 2 days with light usage. So final thoughts. If all you care about is great battery life and probably the highest level of security on a modern smartphone, yeah man, go for it. But if you're like 99% of the rest of us that actually want something that justifies the price tag, then get literally any other phone. BlackBerry, if you're watching this, there's a special place in my heart for your brand. but there's no reason why you can't make a phone equal to others on the market right now. Stop focusing on all the security shit and start working on a more consumer-centered phone before you guys go out of business, because this can't be sustainable. Anyways, fanboys, have at me in the comments, but for everyone else, if you like the video, show me some love with that like button, and if you're new to my stuff, don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week. But thanks, as always, for watching, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. Cheers!